So hey, hello guys, welcome back. This is Viren Kumar. So today in this video session, we are going to discuss about the Azure DevOps and the Sonarqube integration. So if you are working with the Azure DevOps pipelines and you want to do the code analysis with the Sonarqube, then first you need to do some integrations between Sonarqube and the Azure DevOps pipelines. So in this video, I am going to show the end-to-end setup for the Azure DevOps and the Sonarqube, and then you can able to run the build pipeline and you can see the result on the Sonarqube server. So you can watch this video completely step by step and set up the complete setup on your local machine, and then you can do the practice how we can do the code analysis for the build pipelines. On my screen you can see that what we need for this setup. The first is the Eclipse or the Selenium code. That code you need to push to the GitHub or any source code repository server. So you can use the Bitbucket, you can use the GitHub, any source code repository you can use where you can push the code on the cloud. So once you push the code on the cloud, then we will log into the Azure DevOps portal. So Azure DevOps portal, what it will do, it take the repository from the GitHub on your local repository. And finally, we will do the setup for the Sonarqube 9.4 version, because the Sonarqube latest version will support the Azure DevOps Pipeline integration. So these are the four things we required to do the setup between the Azure DevOps and the Sonarqube server. So the understanding is that when the Azure DevOps Pipeline will run, the result will automatically display on the Sonarqube server. And this how we can achieve, we will see in this video. Sonarqube setting. So first you can do the Sonarqube setting. So first you can download and install the Sonarqube latest version. I will provide the link how we can download and install the latest version of the Sonarqube in my description. You can follow that video and you can do the setup of the Sonarqube on your system. Then run the Sonarqube server. Once the download and install part is completed, you can run the Sonarqube server on your local machine. Then you can log into the Sonarqube web portal. So basically we are using the local host 9000 is the port number where we are running the Sonarqube server. Set up a project. So once we have the Sonarqube web portal, there we can set up the one project with the Azure DevOps pipelines. Then we generate the token and we will save it. Okay. So first we will do the Sonarqube setting. Once the Sonarqube latest version is downloaded and installed on your Windows machine or any operating machine, then we can go to the Sonarqube folder. So I have the Sonarqube 9.4 version, and in this folder you will get all these things. To start the Sonarqube server, we can go to the bin folder, and for the Windows operating machines we can go to this folder. If you are using the Macintosh Linux machine, you can choose one of them. So as of now I am running the Windows 10, so I will go to the Windows folder, and there to start the Sonarqube server you just double click on start sonar.batch file. Once you see this message, Sonarqube is operational and the process is up. That means the Sonarqube server is running now. The next point is then log into the Sonarqube web server. So how we can log into the Sonarqube web server? You can go to the browser, and on the browser you can type the localhost 9001. So this is the port number and this is the default address where we are running the Sonarqube server. So this is my local system where I am running the Sonarqube server. So you can go to this link and try to access the web portal of the Sonarqube server. So you can see it is asking the username and the password. When you first time going to log in, it will ask the username and the password. So the default username is admin and the password is the admin. So when you first time going to log in, you can use these credentials and you can log into the Sonarqube web server. Now you can go to the under projects. Now you can go to the projects. Okay, under the projects you can create one project. Okay, you can follow the steps as it is, and then you can able to set up the Sonarqube server. So the next stage is set up a project with the Azure pipelines. So to set up the project, you can go to the projects, and under the projects you can select the manually. So you choose the manual, and then you can type the project name. So we will type the project name as a Azure Sonar demo. The same we can use the project key and then click on the setup. Now you want to integrate the repository. So under this project, how you want to integrate the repository for the continuous integration. So we have the one of them. So you can use with the Jenkins, GitHub Actions, Bitbucket pipelines, with the GitLab CI, with the Azure pipelines. So as of now, I am going to select the with the Azure pipelines. You click on the Azure pipelines, then you just click on the continue. Okay, first you can continue. You can select here the Maven. Then you can finish the tutorial. Okay, so waiting for the first analysis to come in. So you can leave till here. Now you need to generate the one token. So what is our next step? Generate the token and save it. So to generate the token, you can go to the user account, and there is my account section is there. Under the my account, you can go to the security. Okay, and there you can type the token name. So token name is Azure Sonar token, and you can say the generate. So this is the new token is generated. You copy and save it on your notepad. So this is my token number. Now you can leave it as it is. So again go to your project. Now your project is empty. There is no analysis is done. Now we will follow our PDF. Okay. So this Sonarqube setting is done. We downloaded and installed the Sonarqube server. We run the Sonarqube server and we log into the web portal, and we have set up the project with Azure pipelines. We generated the token and save it. Now the Azure DevOps settings. So to do the Azure DevOps settings, first we will install the Sonarqube extension or the plugin for the Azure DevOps. For that we will add the one Sonarqube service endpoint in our project. So in the Azure DevOps, let me show you the steps on the UI. So for the Azure DevOps settings, you can go to your Azure DevOps project. So you can go to the dev.azure.com, and this is your organization. You can go to the organization. Under the organization, you can see the extensions. In the extensions, I have already installed this extension. So what you can do, you can go to the browse marketplace, and under this one you can type the Sonarqube and you search. After the search, you can see the Sonarqube is there. Detect bugs, code, everything's branches. You can integrate this one, so you can get it free. So you click on get it free. This plugin is going to integrate with this organization, so you can download. After that, you can go to this extension and the install part, and you can see the Sonarqube by Sonar source is added under the extensions. So this is the way we can install the Sonarqube extension for the Azure DevOps. Now add a new Sonarqube service endpoint in your project. So to add under the project, we can go to the project section. So this is the organization. The plugin is at the organization level. Now the service endpoint is the project level. So we can go to the test Azure project, and under this project setting, under the projects we can go to the service connections. Under the service connections, you can add the new service connection. So you can click on the new service connection, and there you can type the Sonarqube. So I want to add the Sonarqube service connection. Click on the next. Now the server URL. So this server URL basically we will use this one, Sonarqube service URL. Okay, localhost 9001. Now the token. So earlier we have generated the one token and save on the notepad. You can copy this token and save it. Service connection name Azure Sonar service connections. Descriptions type testing. Security grant all permissions to all pipelines, then save it. After that you will get the one service connections here. In Azure DevOps, create and edit the pipelines. So service connection is the done. So we have done the two things. One is the Sonarqube setting, second one is the service connection setting. Now we can go to the pipeline sections. Now in this sections, I am going to add the new pipeline. For that you can follow these steps. Okay. So first we will go to the Azure DevOps, and we can create or edit the new build pipeline. Okay. So go to the pipeline section, add the new pipeline. Okay. And you can use the classic editor to add the new pipeline. I will select the GitHub repository, and then you can change the service connection name, and I will get the BDD Cucumber. I will select this one, master branch, and then continue. Empty job. Okay. Now I have the one pipeline. So this is the pipeline for Sonarqube. You can change the name. There you can select the agent pool. So agent pool, we will select the default because we want to run on the active agent. So where my Sonarqube server is running, my Sonarqube server is running on my local machine. Okay. And here on the default agent pool, my local agent is running. Okay. That how to create the agent and the agent pool, I will provide the link in the description so you can watch this video. After that, the agent pool will be displayed here. So I will select the default, and then you can save this one. So we save these settings, then get sources. This setting is done. Agent job. Agent pool, agent job for Sonarqube. So agent job for the Sonarqube. Then you can save it. Okay, so I have created the one build pipeline. After the next step is add a new prepare analysis configuration. Okay, So you can copy this string and you can go to this agent job for Sonarqube, and there you can see the plus sign. So there you can add the one task. So there one task, you can search the task and you will get the one task, prepare analysis configuration and add. You can see the one task is added under this edit pipeline, Sonarqube server endpoint. So that Sonarqube server endpoint is the service connection. So we just added the Azure Sonar service connection. I added this one. Then choose the way to run the analysis. So I will select the Maven because my project which I am going to scan, this is the integrated with the Maven and the Gradle. I will select this option. Then you can go to the advanced sections. Under the advanced sections, you can leave as it is, or if you want to add the Sonarqube project key, you can add the Sonarqube project key any that you want to display. Okay, this is the project key which we will show there. So we can see the test sonar demo, the project key. After that you can save this setting. We have saved these settings. What is the next task we can do? Add a new Maven task. Next task is the Maven task. So to add the Maven task, we will click on the plus sign and then we will search the Maven. You can see the Maven is there. Under the Maven, we can click on the Maven task, and in this Maven task, we have the Maven pom.xml file because my project is the Maven project. Maven pom.xml file package. I want to run JUnit. I want to display, and the code coverage tool. Check Coco. Okay, and advanced sections. Okay, in advanced sections, the Java Home JDK version, that is the default. You can install whatever JDK version is installed on a machine. It will take the default version. Okay, Maven version is the default version. Code analysis sections. Under the code analysis sections, you have the one option, run Sonarqube on Sonarqube Cloud Environment. So you can check this one, and you can see the use the code analysis. Check the run Sonarqube sonar analysis. Okay, you check this checkbox and save the settings. Now the next is the add a new publish gateway result task. So these are the tasks you need to add. Okay. I will give these steps in the descriptions, you can follow. Now again click on the plus signs to add the task, then go to the search section and search the task. You can see the publish quality gate result task is there, you can add there. Under this one you have the display name and the control sections. You can go to the control section, output variables, you no need to do. You can add this task as it is. Okay, so everything is by default, so this you can save again. Now the next step is that under the trigger tab in your pipeline, check the enable continuous integration and select the main branch. Go to the trigger sections. Under the trigger sections, you have the enable continuous integration. You can select the main branch and just save it. So now your build pipeline is ready. Under the build pipeline, I have imported the source code from the GitHub where you have pushed the code. Then agent for the source code. This is the agent where I am going to run this pipeline. After running the pipeline, the build is completed. I have added the Sonarqube. So make sure this Sonarqube task is added before the Maven pom.xml. When this build will run, before that you need to add this extension and then publish the gateway result. Okay. So now everything is ready. Now it's time to run the pipeline. So run the build pipeline. for this project. So now you can click on the Q button, default master branch, and run. So the job agent job for the Sonarqube is on the queue. It will prepare analysis on the Sonarqube server. Version 5.4, copying the analysis report and compress the analysis report in the zip folder. So the build is successful. The build is completed. Once the build is completed, it will show and display the report. Quality gate result publishing is done. The result is completed. Then post job is there. Now this task is completed. Now let's see the result on the Sonarqube server. You can go to the server and there. So we can go to this BDD Cucumber. Quality gate results for this project. You can see the quality gate is pass. Overall code, 1 bug, 20 minutes. Go to the code sections and under these code sections you can see the pom.xml file executed src test java. Under the src test java we have the step definition. This is the step definition Java code. The same code step definitions on the Sonarqube server. You can see the Sonarqube server. Okay. So like that we have done the analysis of the code. Okay, we can go to the pom.xml file. It will show the pom.xml code is there. So the understanding is that we run the build pipeline on the Azure DevOps and the result displayed on the Sonarqube server. So this is called the Azure DevOps integrations with the Sonarqube server. So like that you can do the analysis part.